Naughty about night and night face bay, coming here from far away. Got into a perfect storm, a ship went down, not every day. She crashed into an old graveyard, on the forgotten side of town. A spaceship had a strange effect on the bodies underground. Uncle Edward somewhere behind, where no one would go. Now he showed the films about us and abandoned TV studios.
Good evening, and welcome to It Came From the Basement. I'm your host, Uncle Edward, and here with me is Space Babe, Nadia Von Nacht. And of course, Otto is over there running the films, but tonight we're going to present to you some more of that fine classic 20th century entertainment.
I thought you had a movie, cartoons, and trailers, and that kind of junk.
Nadia, not just any movie, cartoons, and trailers, but classic movie, cartoons, and trailers. Even junk. As you put it. Anyhow, remember, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, my dear.
Yeah. Well, I suppose even a rotten tomato would look good to someone that's starving.
As usual, I've crept and crawled around to bring you some of the finest, weirdest, and most obscure old pieces of the classic past that I could find.
Well, I'm supposed to be learning about Earth culture from stuff you found rummaging around in the dark, nasty places, trash cans, fighting rats and mice to get them. Really?
Well, until your ship crashed in that cemetery where I was making my domicile, a simple ghoul in repose, long forgotten myself, but now here I am, with a new lease on life, or afterlife, or whatever. And besides, rats and mice can be quite tasty.
Yuck!
You crazy freak!
And as far as my landing goes, I told you before, that was kind of an accident.
Accident or not, everything happens for a purpose. Your mission was to learn about Earth and about Earth's culture. And I am just the ghoul to help you do just that.
Oh yeah, and of all cemeteries on this planet, which one do I crash into? It's the one where the ghoul lives. And he has bad movies and corny jokes, and I have to admit, it's really kind of funny.
Oh, my dear, have no fear. Figuratively speaking, of course, Uncle Edward is at your service. Plus, I think we can scare up some of our friends hanging around here, whom I'm sure they are just dying to assist us with their own special ways.
I've seen some of those characters, and I'm not very sure about that.
Well, regardless, Nadia, we'll begin tonight's festivities with a visit back to the heyday of the Depression era, with a black and white animation featuring one of the first celluloid sex symbols, the one and only Betty Boop. And the classic is My Palm Read from 1933. Roll it, Otto.
What a hot cornet can, like Betty Boop can do, a saxophone can go. What a saxophone can, like Betty Boop can do. This little miss would never miss a chance for vocal tuning. And anytime and anywhere you can hear this lady crooning. An auto horn can go. What an auto horn can, like Betty Boop can do. Made of pen and ink, she can win you with a wink. Ain't she cute? Sweet Betty. Betty Boop! Send her in. Hi. Lights out. Howdy ho. Walk this way.
Okay.
Be seated.
Thank you.
Hocus pocus, ibbity bibbity, sibbity sand. Concentrate. I will now bear the naked truth of your baby days. I now see you on a steamer bound for a foreign land.
Is there anyone here?
No!
Oh. Excuse me. All by myself in the morning. All by myself in the night. I am alone, not a single soul is near. So unhappy. Dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. All by myself.
Okay, Uncle Edward. I thought that cartoons were stuff for kids. Some of that cartoon, it would be kind of disturbing for kids.
Well, back in the 1920s and 30s, Nadia, a lot of the cartoons were actually aimed at more of an adult audience, which is how Betty Boop became a sex symbol in her day. Kind of the same way that the pop-up book of anatomy might not be suitable for children in this day and age.
I'd say. Okay, I see your point, but Uncle Edward...
Literally, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, I see your point, but Uncle Edward, are you really trying to teach me about Earth culture? Really? Or are you just trying to have fun digging up old relics?
Well, Nadia, I've always believed in mixing business with pleasure. But a very important part of humans is that they always want to know the future, which is why Betty Boop went to the palm reader.
Back at home, we just looked at a great video monitor to tell our future.
Great video monitor?
Yeah?
You can't be serious, my dear. You mean your future was revealed on television?
Yes, it was. But I hope this program isn't a sign of how our future is going to be.
I believe that this would be a good time to get into tonight's feature presentation.
Probably so.
Yes, and for that we travel back to 1932 with a visit to the West Indies, Haiti in particular. We're fresh from 1931 Universal Pictures blockbuster Dracula. We have the great Bela Lugosi starring as Murder the Grande. I think I'm pronouncing that right. In what many argue is the first feature-length zombie movie ever made. It Came from the Basement proudly presents the pre-code independent horror film from the Halpern brothers, White Zombie. Roll it, Otto.
Looks like a burial.
In the road? Driver, what is it?
It's a funeral, mademoiselle. They're afraid of the men who steal dead bodies. So they dig the grave in the middle of the road, where people pass all of the time.
Well, that's a cheerful introduction for you to our West Indies.
Do you know where is the house of Monsieur Beaumont? Zombie! Allez vite! Allez!
It's not like hands clutching you.
Why did you drive like that, you fool? We might have been killed.
Worse than that, monsieur. We might have been caught.
Caught? By whom? Those men you spoke to?
They are not men, monsieur. They are dead bodies.
Dead?
Yes, monsieur. Zombies. The living dead. Corpses taken from their graves. Or made to work in sugar mills and fields at night. Look! Here they come!
Look. Look.
Excuse me, please. Have you got a match? Did I frighten you? I'm sorry. I'm ugly enough, I suppose.
No, it wasn't you. Something happened back on the road there. We stopped to speak to some men. Our driver told us they weren't men at all. He said they were corpses. Corpses? Surely you don't believe it, do you?
No. Well, I don't know. Haiti is full of nonsense and superstition. They're always mixed up with a lot of mysteries that'll turn your hair gray. I've been a missionary here for, 30 years, and at times, I don't know what to think. Come, let's go in the house.
Oh, yes.
Huh?
Come, dear.
Is Mr. Beaumont in?
You're expected, Dr. Bruno.
Yes, I've been sent for to marry someone. Maybe, oh, yes, excuse me. How long is it that you know Mr. Beaumont?
Oh, only a few days. Madeline introduced him on the docks in Port-au-Prince.
And you?
I met him on the ship coming from New York. He was very kind during the voyage.
Oh, Madeline and I planned to be married the moment she arrived, but Mr. Beaumont persuaded us to come here. He promised to take me out of the bank at Port-au-Prince and send me to New York as his agent.
Strange. It's very strange.
I'll tell Mr. Beaumont you're here.
Yeah.
It's all right, isn't it, Doctor?
Oh, I guess so. You see, I've only met Mr. Beaumont once or twice, but he never struck me like a man that would take the trouble to play fairy godfather to a young couple like you. Unless...
Unless what, sir?
I suppose you'll think I'm a meddling old fool, but... You know, I'd feel a good deal better if you'd clear out of this place after you're married and have nothing more to do with Mr. Bowman.
The young people have arrived, sir, and Dr. Brunner. They're waiting in the reception hall.
Show them to their room and tell them I'm out.
Yes.
No, wait. Perhaps I'd better see them. It might look odd if I didn't.
Very odd, sir. Especially as Dr. Brunner is a trifle skeptical as to your motives, sir.
Never mind my motives. Has that other person sent word yet?
No, sir, not yet.
He's 24 hours late.
I wish you'd keep away from that man, sir. He'll... But what you're planning is dangerous.
Don't you suppose I know that, Silver? You don't seem to realize what this girl means to me. Why, I'd sacrifice anything I have in the world for her. Nothing matters if I can't have her.
I think you like Haiti. Most people that...
Oh, Madeline, I'm delighted to see you. Neil, you're more than welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Doctor, it is very kind of you, the busy man you are.
No, not at all. There's a native family live out here that I've been trying to see for a long time. After this young couple are safely married, I leave.
But surely you'll stay for dinner after the ceremony.
Oh, no, I must run along.
Well, that's a great pity. We had something very special prepared for this occasion. It was very good of you, Madeline, to humor the whim of a lonely man. There was so little time to prepare. I couldn't do half the things I wanted to do for you.
You've done more than enough already, Mr. Beaumont, for a comparative stranger. You've made us so happy, giving Neil a position in the States.
Neil?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sure Neil will make a very good agent. But you must be tired after your drive. You'll get some rest. Silver! Silver will show you to your rooms.
This way, please.
As I said earlier, Nadia, White Zombie is considered the first feature-length zombie film. Other than Bela Lugosi, most of the actors in this film were actually silent film actors.
Silent films? Well, some of them apparently didn't make the transition to talkies very well.
Yes, Nadia, actually a lot of careers faded out around the time of the transition to the talkies. But one of the interesting things that you will see in this movie are some wonderfully dark atmospheric sets.
Well, I've got a feeling that we've seen some of these before.
Very good, Nadia. Very good.
Well, from some other discussions, it seems that movie makers were the first people to really practice recycling here on Earth.
Very good. And you may have a point there, Nadia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but anyhow, in this film, set designer Ralph Berger recycled a few of the sets from earlier Universal Studios films, some of those great monster movies. For instance, the great halls that you'll see here were used in the film Dracula, which was Bela's film before this one. The pillars in the hanging balcony were used in The Hunchback of Notre Dame in 1923, and the dark corridors were the same used in Frankenstein in 1931. Even the chairs were recycled from The Cat and the Canary, which was filmed in 1927. Watch for these and see if you recognize them as the movie progresses.
Uncle Edward, from what little I've seen so far, I think Bela Lugosi looks awfully menacing in this role.
Mm-hmm.
And you can tell he's definitely up to no good.
Most definitely, my dear.
He starts off by stealing that poor woman's scarf.
Yes.
And she is so pretty. Almost strangling her.
Mm-hmm.
And those eyebrows.
I knew you would.
For goodness sake, I would love to get a hold of him and use the tweezers. It's awful.
Yes, I thought you would pay particular attention to that, my dear.
Does he not have a mirror?
Well, eyebrows aside, I certainly think that Bela was perfect for this role.
One thing though, Uncle Edward.
Yes, Nadia.
I thought zombies were flesh-eating creatures seeking out fresh intestines and craving human brains. That's what you've taught me.
Well, those are zombies, but Nadia, those are zombies from a later era. Here we have, yes, and there's a kind of a difference there in Hollywood, but what we have here are the original voodoo-style zombies, which is basically a poor soul who was brought back from a death-like state to serve as a slave on the sugarcane plantations of the West Indies or in other movies elsewhere.
So how did zombies go from being poor, wretched, mindless slaves to flesh-eating monsters, Uncle Edward?
That's a good question, Nadia. But the thing that they have in common is that both, their will is not their own. The zombies in White Zombie were made to serve on plantations as something less than even slave labor, while later zombies were made to sell tickets to everything from low-budget Italian flicks to big-dollar Hollywood affairs, and even to bring viewers to cable channels.
Oh, I see. Uncle Edward, so a zombie is really just a money-making machine.
Exactly, Nadia. I believe that you have an excellent point there. Either way you look at it, though, they are the money-making machines of Hollywood here in recent time, all the way back to 1932 here. Nadia, I think you're really picking up on Earth culture. Now let's see some zombies hard at it as we continue with It Came From the Basement presentation of White Zombie. Roll it, Otto.
Delighted to see you again, Monsieur Beaumont. Please. Please. I'm sorry that kept you waiting, monsieur. I have been on a journey, seeking men for my mill.
Men?
They work faithfully, and they are not worried about long hours. You could make good use of men like mine on your plantation.
No. That's not what I want.
Then perhaps you wish to talk about the young lady who came to your house this evening.
You've seen her? When?
On the road tonight. There was a young man with her.
They're to be married tonight. You've waited too long to do anything.
What do you want me to do?
If she were to disappear for a month,
What do you hope to gain by her disappearance?
everything.
Everything. Do you think she will forget her lover in a month?
Just give me a month. One little month.
Not in a month. Nor even a year. I have looked into her eyes. She is deep in love. But not with you.
They're to be married within an hour. There must be a way.
There is a way. The cost is heavy.
You give me what I want, and you may ask anything. No. Not that.
Only a pinpoint, Monsieur Beaumont, in a glass of wine, or perhaps a flower. Take it. The time is very brief. You must do your share if I am to help you. Keep it, monsieur. Keep it. You may change your mind. Send me word when you use it.
I'll find another way.
There is no other way.
Mademoiselle.
More than anything else in this whole world, dear. Heaven or hell lies in this little moment for me. You can raise me up to paradise, or you can blast my world into nothingness. There's time even yet, dear. I can make you the envy of every woman. I'll give my life to make you happy. Oh, listen to me, dear, before it's too late.
Don't. Please.
Don't go into that room. We can be in Port-au-Prince in half an hour. There's a boat sailing at midnight.
You've been so wonderful. Don't spoil everything. Now.
One last gift before I lose you forever.
We are gathered together here in the sight of God and in the face of this company to join together this man, this woman in holy matrimony. Stay. A toast to the bride, to beauty's queen. Gladly, my lord.
Leave but a kiss within the glass. Fair gypsy, read my fortune. What do you see in the glass?
I see happiness. I see love. Far more than you deserve.
Is that all?
No, I see.
What is it?
I see death.
Madeline. Madeline, what's wrong? Madeline, my dear, please.
do something. She's Madeline. My wife.
The film White Zombie was shot in 11 days by Edward and Victor Halperin, who made independent, low-budget films in the 1930s. The film was actually thought to have been lost, but was actually rediscovered in the 1960s.
Some of those films you show here, I wish they could have all been lost.
Well, Nadia, there were rumors that Bela Lugosi was paid only $800 to do this picture, while Madge Bellamy, the female lead in it, playing Madeline Short Parker, received $5,000 for her work in the film. However, there are some that speculate this was only a rumor and that Bela did actually receive $5,000 for his effort here anyhow.
$5,000 with
yeah.
those eyebrows.
Yes, looks like he might have could have done something done there, but I know what you're thinking.
Well, at least it wasn't an Ed Wood movie.
Actually, this, and I think I made a mistake before, but this was Bela's sixth movie after Dracula, not immediately after Dracula. But Dracula was shot just 1 year before. And Bela's reputation at this time was already starting to decline as he was getting to the point where he was accepting just about any role that was handed to him.
Poor Bela. That explains the Ed Wood that Ed Wood stuff.
Oh yeah, I know it's hard to get out. You
Ed
struggled
Wood.
through some of those, and we've got more to struggle through.
Oh,
but yes, Plan 9 will be coming up before too long. But now let's return to the It Came From the Basement presentation of White Zombie from that great year 1932. But now let's head out to the cemetery for this section. Roll it, Otto.
Praise of our Lord and Savior, and the love of God, and the fellowship of his angels be with us evermore. Amen.
Zombies? Yes. They are my servants. Did you think we could do it alone? In their lifetime, they were my enemies. Draco, the witch doctor. Once my master. Secrets I tortured out of him. Von Gelder, the swine, swollen with riches. He fought against my spells until the last. Him, yes, I have troubled at times. His Excellency Richard, once Minister of the Interior. Garcia, Brigand Chief. Marquis, Captain of Gendarmerie. And this is Chauvin, the High Executioner, who almost executed me. I took them, just as we will take this one. But what if they regain their souls? They would tear me to pieces. And that, my friend, shall never be. Madeline. Madeline!
Hey all you crypt cats and coffin kittens, don't touch that doll. There's more to come from the basement. Now Nadia, we're already to the middle of the movie, so you know what that means.
The middle of the movie? Seems like we should be further along than that.
Now Nadia, now it's time to look at some tasty intermission clips and also some groovy movie trailers, perhaps from some nice coming attractions also from right here in the basement.
What kind of weirdos could be attracted to this stuff?
Oh, my dear. It's us weirdos that make this world a better place to live in.
Uncle Edward.
Hey there, Hazel.
Hey.
Thank you much.
Welcome.
Let's see what this says. Oh, a fan letter, maybe.
Yeah.
Dear Uncle Edward, I like your show. That Nadia seems real nice, so why not make her an honest woman and give me some grand ghouls? Sincerely, your mummy. Okay.
How sweet.
Okay, that's enough. Hazel, you been watching the movie so far?
Yeah.
All right. You want to join us for maybe some more of the movie?
Well, of course.
I'll just pull you out a chair there and
I thought you'd
have
never
a seat.
asked.
We're actually getting ready to go into intermission at this point.
Alrighty.
Let's put this away. I don't think we really need that.
I thought it was sweet.
Oh, yes. But now...
People like me, Uncle Edward.
Oh, I do too. I can definitely see why.
Okay, let's watch the movie.
Multiple reasons. A couple come to mind. But anyhow, roll the clips, Otto.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the beautiful, the talented.
Go-go dancers? The go-go happens to be a highly respected classical art form. It is interpretive dance in a rock and roll format. In bikinis.
Call them bad.
Where's my boyfriend?
Call them beautiful.
Radical hair. I got a surfboard, same color.
Call them brainless.
You ding-dong.
But don't ever call them
Bimbos! What?
bimbos.
Didn't I tell you never to use that word around me?
They were just a pretty picture. Until they got framed.
Hold this. It's your tip, sweetheart.
Oh no, a bimbo with a gun.
Now they're the world's most wanted bimbos.
Give me the police.
Hello? This is
This is Car 19er in hot pursuit of the killer bimbo.
Against the world's most unbelievable bozos.
I want to marry you, sweetheart.
Spread 'em.
Ooh.
Oh, please, just kill us, you big ape. Don't make us puke.
In the year's most talked about comedy.
I know who you are. Get a bimbos from the go-go. Party time.
Cowabunga.
What?
That's my friend's moisturize! I can't see anything, Sarah.
Trying to kill us, Walter?
Move over, Rambo.
Eat less, bozos!
Get ready for Assault of the Killer Bimbos.
I'm your biggest fan.
Who the hell cares, huh?
This mad, mad town, Hollywood. Now look, kid, let's get something straight right now. You're the one that wants to be a star, not me.
You don't love me anymore. Hit me.
Good. American boy sings his way into your hearts. Like thousands of kids who come to Hollywood every year, see Arch Hall Jr. in the swingingest musical action picture of the year.
He's getting all the time.
We can't have that. If he wants a girl, get one for him. Nothing could shake him from his goal, not even easy. Frenzy of music and action. From Fairway International Films, the swingingest picture of the year. See Arch Hall Jr. and Nancy Czar in Wild Guitar.
This engine's still warm. Say, did you see the skid marks out here? They go at a direct right angle to the direction of travel. No digs in the macadam either. Somebody was hurt. There's blood all over this thing.
What is this black menace that kills everything it sees and hears? No human mind could imagine the enormous destructive power of this maddened, killing thing. If you're young people in love, look out. If you're driving a lonely road, you're as good as dead.
There's been a lot of livestock missing lately. That doesn't make headlines, but now it's people.
Never in the history of the United States, a monster of such size and power and horrifying hatred of man.
And now for the second half of It Came From the Basement presentation of White Zombie. Roll it, Otto.
There's two explanations that strike me. Either the body was stolen by members of a death cult that use human bones in their ceremonies, or else...
Or else what?
She's not dead.
Not dead? Are you mad? I saw her die. The doctor signed a certificate. I saw them bury her.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm not mad. But I've lived in these islands for a good many years. And I've seen things with my eyes that made me think I was crazy. There's superstitions in Haiti that the natives brought here from Africa. Some of them can be traced back as far as ancient Egypt. And beyond that yet, in the countries that was old when Egypt was young.
Yes, but what has that to do with Madeline? I kissed her as she lay there in the coffin. And her lips were cold.
Let me explain. Now, just a minute. I'll explain. Wherever there is a superstition, you will find there is also a practice. Now, do you remember what your driver told you the night he took you to Beaumont's house?
Oh, about those horrible creatures we saw.
Yeah.
He said they were corpses, taken from their grave.
That's what, now, wait. Now, that's the superstition. Now for the practice. The ghouls that steal the dead corpses from the graves are supposed to put them there in the first place.
Do you mean that Madeline was murdered so that somebody could steal her dead body? Ah, nonsense.
No. Not her body, yes, but not her dead body. That's what I mean.
Well, surely you don't think she's alive in the hands of natives? Oh, no, better dead than that.
Excuse me, please. Have you got a match? Thank you.
You don't believe that, do you?
Say, there's been lots of people that's been pronounced dead that came alive again and lived for years. Now, if nature can play pranks like that, why isn't it possible to play pranks with nature?
Oh, I don't know.
Your driver believed he saw dead men walking. He didn't. What he saw was men alive in everything but this and this.
Oh, the whole thing has me confused. I just can't understand it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I've been trying for years to get to the bottom of this thing. To separate what you call fact from fiction. The law of Haiti acknowledges the possibility of being buried alive. Here it is in the penal code. I'll read it for you. It's in French. Do you speak French?
No.
Excuse me, please. Have you got a match?
Right here. Here's one.
Oh, thank you. I didn't see it. I'll translate it for you, if you spell it. Article 749. The use of drugs or other practices which produce lethargic coma or lifeless sleep shall be considered attempted murder.
Yes.
Attempted.
Yes, I see.
Yeah, all right. If the person has been buried alive, the act should be considered murder, no matter what result follows.
Beaumont. I say, you said that you couldn't understand why he was so interested in us. Do you think he did this?
No, I think it's native work. Native work, exactly. Of course, if you want to, we can go to Beaumont's house first. If I can get my hands on the devil that's responsible for this, I'll make him such an example that every witch doctor in Haiti will be shaken in his sandals.
But we can't do this alone. Can't the authorities help?
Authorities. Neil, my boy. You don't know these islands. The native authorities are afraid to meddle. I'm not. I got friends among the natives. They'll tell me things that no gendarme could ever get out of me. Because I'm a preacher, they think I'm a magician. Before we get through with this thing, we may uncover sins that even the devil would be ashamed of. Oh, these witch doctors.
They can't bring back the light to those eyes. I was mad to do this. But if you'd have smiled on me, I'd have done anything for you, given you anything. I thought that beauty alone would satisfy. But the soul is gone. I can't bear those empty, staring eyes. Oh, forgive me, Madeline, forgive me. I can't bear it any longer. I must take you back.
Back to the grave, monsieur?
No. You must put the light back into her eyes and bring laughter to her lips. She must be gay and happy again.
You paint a charming picture, monsieur. One that I should like to see myself.
You must bring her back.
Aren't you a trifle afraid, monsieur? How do you suppose those eyes will regard you when the brain is able to understand?
Better to see hatred in them than that dreadful emptiness.
Perhaps you're right. It would be a pity to destroy such a lovely flower. Let's drink to the future of this flower. A glass of wine?
Silver, bring wine. We have a toast to drink.
To the future, monsieur. Only a pinpoint, monsieur. In a flower. Or perhaps a glass of wine?
What are you trying to do to me?
I have other plans for mademoiselle. And I'm afraid you might not agree. I have taken a fancy to you, monsieur.
Silver! Silver!
the future, monsieur.
Vulture. You. No, not that. Not that.
Nadia, Hazel, you know, a few days ago I happened to be down in the video vault of the basement where I was looking for some movies to show. Found this one, of course, and also happened to find some clips from older episodes. You remember those, Hazel?
Oh, yeah.
I think you were around for those.
I was. I thought I got rid of all of those.
You tried, my dear, and I actually thought you got rid of those too, but I did find this one that still exists.
Hazel, I am almost afraid to see what he's found.
It'll be okay.
Oh my goodness. You never know.
Well, you know, I thought since we've been looking at zombies tonight, I thought that one of our old friends who kind of reminds all of us of a zombie might fit in rather well here.
Which one?
I think I know where you're going with this, Uncle Edward.
I think she does.
I'm not really crazy about it, Hazel. Do you know who he's talking about?
Well,
Who's he talking about?
Hazel, Nadia, relax. Here's a blast from the past from the basement. So enjoy and roll it, Otto. You know, Nadia, I think that being in this studio might be having an effect on some of the inhabitants here, as I also received a tape from one of our very own, and we'll take a look at it too tonight.
Really? Who?
Well, I'd prefer to just show you, but it's probably someone you've seen hanging around here, or at least smelled that he was around.
Smelled? I can hardly wait.
Ron Reefer here. And I'm here to tell you about... Oh yeah. I'm here to tell you about my new cologne, dudes, that I developed over in my pad. Out in the woods. Somewhere, it really doesn't matter. Anyhow, me and some of my buds... I mean friends, were sitting around one night, just digging the scene, baby. And it came to me, man. I had like an inspiration. Oh yeah. A smell that like everyone would dig, baby. And this awesome smell, well, I just decided to call it, I named it after myself. So that's why I call it Reefer. All my cool brothers and sisters really dig this smell. And that's why when I wear it, they all say, I smell Reefer. Dude, there's no other smell like it. And it's hard to describe. But when you get a whiff of it, you'll just say Reefer. Then you'll probably want some pizza or something to munch on. So try my new cologne, and you'll have everyone saying, I smell Reefer. Just don't wear it where there's a lot of cops, dude. That's not a good idea. Alright, be cool, brothers and sisters, and keep smelling that Reefer.
I wondered what that smell was.
Well, Mr. Reefer is one of those unique personalities who hangs around out in the cemetery.
Unique personalities? I believe the word may be stoner.
My dear, I don't believe that he stoned anyone.
Oh, come on, come on, Uncle Edward, come on. I'm from another planet, and I know what a stoner is.
I see, Nadia. You may be catching on to Earth culture more swiftly than I had expected.
You had to show that, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. That was kind of a favorite from a few people from many, many years ago. Well, I think before I get into any more trouble here, it came to the basement. Better continue with White Zombie and see what Bella is up to now.
Bella again?
Oh, yes. Can't get enough Bella.
Star of the show.
Yes, that he is. Love
Those
it.
eyebrows.
Oh, I just knew you would love those, my dear.
Their trademark.
Oh, my
Well, for
goodness.
this one at least. Okay.
He's hideous looking.
I know you'd love to get hold of those, my dear.
I would.
But-
I'd pull them all out.
Mm-hmm. I know
Pencil 'em in.
you've tried here too a few times. But anyhow, back to the show, so roll it, Otto.
Picking up an old witch doctor around here pretty soon. His name is Pierre. I've known him for years. He's a great old fella. I don't know just where we'll find him.
Come, son. There are evil spirits in the road. I will give you an awanga. And here is one for the up. Young man, he's sick with fever.
Yes, hey, wait a minute. We can't afford to have you sick. Neil, why don't you go over there? We got a hard day before us tomorrow. Now then, Pierre, come on. He's gone. We can talk.
It is a dangerous thing you asked me to do.
Oh, well, now listen here, you know. We're old friends, you and me, and I want to go on.
Turn back before it is too late.
Oh, no. I've come too far to turn back now.
I'm too old to go all the way with you.
Well, listen. Can't you get somebody to go with us?
My people are afraid of the mountain
Why?
because it is called the land of the living dead.
Well, have you ever been there?
I am the only man that ever came from there alive. There is an evil spirit man that is called murder. Come, I will tell you all about what it is.
Vultures. Just as old Pierre said, a cloud of vultures always hovers over the house of the living dead.
Madeline, is she there?
No.
Oh, I must go and see.
No, Neil, my boy. Please lie down and rest. Please. You'll feel stronger in the morning. You rest. Let me go up and see what I can do.
Why is she so restless tonight? Perhaps she remembers something. They never remember anything when they are like that. No? Because he's cut off. Madeline! Madeline! No, I can't. I can't. You must. It's your turn. Let's run away. He might hear you. No, I can't stand it. I'm going to run away. He'll find you and make you like her.
Can you still hear me? It is unfortunate you are no longer able to speak. I should be interested to hear you describe your symptoms. You see, you are the first man to know what is happening. None of the others did.
You refused to shake hands once. I remember. Well, well. We understand each other better now.
You know, Nadia, People have often asked me if I am a zombie, which is actually pretty upsetting to just about any ghoul.
Really, Uncle Edward? I didn't know that. What did you tell them? Did you explain the difference?
Well, no, I usually just ate them, but that was back in my younger, more ghoulish days. I've mellowed out more in the past couple hundred years, wouldn't you say so, Hazel?
Oh, yeah. He's a lot less violent now.
Oh, well, thank you there. But still, usually when people ask me that anymore, I just kind of chew on them and then let them go.
Not without at least taking a hand.
Well, hand, finger, they've got a lesson to learn there.
That's true.
My goodness. My goodness, I see. Still kind of a touchy subject, though, huh?
Well, look at those zombies in this flick, and then look at me. You hear them talking? Ever hear a zombie speak a complete sentence, for that matter? What about you, Hazel?
Yeah. If somebody asked me if I was a zombie, I'd probably eat them.
Yeah, there we go.
I've not heard them say anything in the movies. I guess you're right. They don't say anything.
They're
do they?
brainless.
Of course not.
That's
Of course.
why they eat brains.
You're right. Zombies are stupid. They simply do not possess the high intellectual prowess of many of us ghouls.
That's for sure.
High intellectual prowess. You live in a graveyard. You eat things that no reasonable person would even touch, and you creep around in the night.
Ah, but we ghouls have contributed so much to the world. Take, for example, the artist Vincent van Gogh. His painting Starry Night, perfect for fright, is simply a classic on Burial Shroud. Then there are the hauntingly frightful organ works of Johann Sebastian Ghoul. Now, when that ghoul played with his organ, everybody took notice.
Stop! Uncle Edward, you're making all of this up, isn't he, Hazel?
No.
Well, the point is that ghouls are not zombies, and we, as ghouls, do take offense to this frequent mistake.
Okay, Uncle Edward. I think it's time that we continue on with the show now.
Okay, Nadia, Hazel, It Came from the Basement presents the conclusion of White Zombie. Hope everybody's ready. So
Please.
Roll it, Otto.
Madeline, I found you. You're alive. Alive. What's the matter? It's I, Neil. darling. What have they done to you?
Who are you? And what are they?
For you, my friend, they are the angels of death. Madeline, don't you know me, dear? It's Neil.
I could swear. For a moment she recognized you. Come on, don't let him get away.
Madeline, my darling.
I dreamed.
Excuse me, please. Have you got a match?
Hello there, Sam Legend here, in the bunker. And I'm here to tell you boys and girls a nice little bedtime story tonight. And this is the story of Gary the Grenade, an old, long-time favorite of mine. Because you see, many years ago, there was a little pineapple hand grenade whose name was Gary. And here we have Gary. Gary was not unlike any of the millions of fragmentation grenades that are used all around the world, which are an excellent anti-personnel device. But Gary, for many years, lived along with his friends in a crate in a big warehouse. Then one day, due to a communist insurgency, in some little rat hole part of the world, Gary's crate got shipped out. When his crate was opened, Gary and his friends got to see all the blood and guts of battle that was raging all around them. Gary himself ended up on the web gear of the GI, who spent long days and nights humping it through the jungles and other god-awful places he had been sent to. But Gary liked his new friend and wanted to stay with him. But one day, the GI ran into several commies who were manning a machine gun in a foxhole, and they had his whole squad just pinned down. So Gary the Grenade cried out to the GI, "Throw me, and there'll be hell to pay." Hearing this, the GI took Gary from his web gear, pulled his pin, and lobbed him into the foxhole. Oh my. After a terrible explosion, there was no more machine gun fire. As you see, Gary, or Mr. Grenade, had blown those godless commie bastards all to hell. Okay, boys and girls, the moral to this story is that once you pull the pin, Mr. Grenade is no longer your friend. Well, good night. This is Sam Legend here in the bunker saying, better paranoid than in the void. Thank you, Gary. Oh my.
You know, Uncle Edward, I can see potential for this type of zombie thing.
What do you mean, Nadia?
Well, these things do all the work. You don't have to pay them. They don't try to eat you. And then, Madge Bellamy, you don't believe that Bella was going to have her working out in the sugarcane, do you, huh?
Now, Nadia, I don't think you got the point.
Well, maybe not, but I don't think Bella planned for her to work out in the sugarcane.
Oh, I see.
She was too pretty.
Maybe a little of the zombo mambo after a hard day of doing the voodoo.
What on your earth are you talking about? I was thinking that he probably needed an office manager.
Never mind, Nadia. Okay, kids.
Really, I did think that.
I'm sure you did. Anyhow, it's
Why do you laugh at me, Uncle Edward?
Well, anyhow, Nadia, that's
take up for me.
That's it for tonight's show. And you know, I've kind of been thinking a little bit about the letter that my mummy sent to me, and you know, maybe it's kind of I don't know.
Do you have a match?
A match. Okay. Anyhow, on behalf of Nadia, Hazel, Otto out there, and myself, and the rest of the gang here in the basement, want to leave you with this. Whenever you see some long-forgotten bad old movie, some moldy-oldie surreal cartoon, some psychotic shorts, or some groovy movie trailers, just remember, it came from the basement. But most importantly, stay weird, my friends. Just stay weird. Otto, take us out of here.